Good morning. I thought I'd present what I've been trying to do with germinating some orchids ex vitro, or just out in the environment, in the open air environment here in Costa Rica, with specifically the Catasetinae family, like the Catasetinae, Mormoris, Sinochis, Galleandra, and this pile of wood here I did last year in the farm. We were eliminating some trees. Here they're called gavilan, which they're kind of a junk tree that grows fairly fast, disperses its seeds in the wind, and they were causing problems on the farm with the seeds that they were spreading. So we eliminated them, and then I stacked them up here with the idea of trying to germinate some Catasetinae seeds on it, because generally I find them to germinate on rotting wood. So it actually didn't work out as well as I thought it would, but I'll get to that more later. Here's some that I actually just brought in to introduce the mycorrhiza, or the fungus that they need for germination. And strangely enough, we've been getting some late rains now into the beginning of the dry season, so some of these orchids are already sprouting, despite it being kind of the wrong time of year. I'm kind of curious to see what happens with that. You can see these piles of wood, and I did get some orchid germination in here. Until they get a little bit bigger, it'll be hard to tell what some of them are. Here's a few small ones that are germinated. Right here we got a gongara that germinated. Those are actually fairly easy to germinate here, I found. Same here. Little gongara. It's been starting to saw some of the germinated parts with germinated orchids on them, just to put them into areas where I can keep them a little bit watered during the dry season. These are just some orchids that I put here off that were in a fallen branch. Just stuck them here to keep them under observation, I guess you could say. Another gongora. Some more gongoras. These are probably just going to be very basic gongoras, because I just had some seed pods that I really didn't care too much about. They were seed pods that resulted from some naturally occurring pollination, and I have so many of the normal species gongoras that have germinated around the house that I'm honestly not that crazy about producing more. Here is a Catasetinae family one. It almost looks to me, let me turn on the light. There we go. It almost looks to me like it might be a hybrid. Just doesn't look typical like the Catasetinae maculatum, which is the normal wild, normally occurring one around here. It actually has some really nice root growth. Sorry about the bad camera work. This is the first time I'm trying to do this on video. But that's promising. I'm going to come over here with a saw later and cut it off. I just wanted to get this on video before I did that. Here's another one. This, I think, was actually germinated before I brought the wood over. But yeah, it's actually doing the same thing of shooting out and now producing new growth. These are ones that did germinate here, and with the little bit of a dry spell that we got earlier in February, they went dormant. Let's see if you can see them better. I think they might be Marmoris, but until they bloom, I really don't know, because I do know that I've made quite a few crosses, either intergeneric between Catasetum and Marmoris, or just between some hybrid Catasetum that I got from a nursery, some more Gongoras. Here you can see another Catasetum that's starting to shoot out and produce new roots. If I were to want to put them in a new spot, now would be the time to do it, as they have new roots developing. Now would be the time to put them somewhere else so that they develop a new root system in the spot where I want them. But for the most part, I spread a lot of seed around here, and it's honestly not too much in the way of orchid germination, at least not nearly as much as I would have expected. And I don't think I'll be doing this again with piling up a bunch of dead logs. Here's some more. These look pretty close to typical Marmoris, so I'm guessing that's what they are. Here you can see one of the what the leaves look like off of the gavilan tree. No, the bottom one actually rooted because it was in constant contact with relatively moist ground. Yeah, but it's only a handful of actual Catasetums, which was the main focus of what I wanted to germinate around here. These are some hybrid seed pods. I don't remember what they are hybridized with, but it is a Catasetum maculatum as the mother plant, and the red strings on here to let me know that they're the product of pollination that I did. They should be popping pretty soon. Once memory serves, they generally pop once the dry season really kicks in, and then if I'm aware that they popped, I'll spread the seed. If not, at least the seed will spread along among these logs where they do have a chance of germinating. It's another nice example of a Catasetum that is shooting out right now due to the late in the season rain. But yeah, I did not get nearly as many germinated Catasetinae out of this trial as I had hoped for. But I did another type of situation to see if they would germinate in that as well, and it worked far better. It was spreading the seed over what most of the time you see here is live fence posts. And I will actually go over there and show that to you guys right now.